Title: Slave Trade History, English-Speaking Africa to Europe. Author: Les Adegbite. Dedicated to God and Jesus Christ for love, truth and freedom. Panoramic view of African coast, waves crashing. Text on screen. A story never forgotten, dedicated to God and Jesus Christ. In a time long before freedom rang through the streets of Africa, a dark tide rose from across the seas. This is the story of our ancestors. The journey of English-speaking Africans to Europe, not as guests, but as slaves. A journey marked with pain, but also resilience. The land of kings and queens. Visuals: African kingdoms, vibrant culture, smiling children, golden trade mar. Once upon a time, in the coastal lands of West Africa, Ghana, Nigeria, Sierra Leone, powerful kingdoms thrive. The people were strong, they were wise, they were proud. Village elders speaking in English accented African dialect. Our ancestors lived in harmony. We traded gold, cola, salt. We told stories under the stars. But then, the ships came. The arrival of strange ships, dramatic music. Foggy ocean, ships approach. Traders in strange clothes meet chiefs. They came from Europe speaking in strange tongues, carrying weapons, mirrors, and liquor. They offered gifts, but wanted people. African chief in distress. They want our sons, our daughters. Why? Betrayal and capture. Villagers being tricked or captured in raids. Chains, sorrowful faces. Some were betrayed by their own, some were kidnapped. Others sold out of desperation. The chains began to clink. The cries began to echo. Young woman crying, "My baby, please don't take my baby." Dark ship interior, sea storms, prayers and suffering. Sound of chains rattling and gospel humming. They were packed like cargo, shoulder to shoulder beneath the decks. For months they saw no sky. Many died, but even in the darkness, they prayed. Prisoners singing softly, "Jesus, carry me home, though my chains are strong." The European shore, Liverpool, London, Lisbon. Slaves being auctioned, white buyers, cold air. When they arrived in Europe, they were not welcomed as humans but sold as property. They were renamed, their tongues silenced, yet their spirits lived on. Slaves escaping, preaching, writing, African voices rising. They prayed, they sang, they resisted. From Olada Equiano to Mary Prince, the truth began to shine. Christians in Europe protesting slavery. Courtrooms, church bells, God raised voices even in the oppressor's land. The chains began to break. The abolition movement was born. Christian preacher. God made all people in his image. How then can we enslave his children? African descendants in modern Europe. Gospel choir. Monument to slaves. Hopeful music. Today, we walk free, but we never forget. We are the descendants of kings and survivors. This history lives in us. Like, share, comment your thoughts. Subscribe to honor their memory, dedicated to God and Jesus Christ, for in him true freedom is found.